Let us look at the periodic table, long form of periodic table. You have learnt in class 10 that there are vertical columns in the periodic table which are called groups, and there are horizontal rows in the periodic table which are called periods. So the first period contains just two elements, hydrogen and helium. The first period contains two elements, then 8 elements in the second period, 8, 18, 18, 32 and 32. This is how the periodic table has been set. Now the word periodic means that the properties of the elements keep on repeating after a regular interval, like the periodic motion of a simple pendulum. So periodically meaning from left to right properties change. When we come back to the same first column of the periodic table, the same properties are repeated. So lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, all of them have similar properties. Similarly, beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium, they also contain same properties. So similar properties are repeated in a vertical column. They keep changing from left to right in the periodic table. That is why we call it a periodic table. Now periodic table is based on atomic number, and atomic number means number of electrons. So the periodic table has been divided. When I write number 1 means it has 1 electron, 2 electron, 3, 4 and so on. So periodic table shows the periodic changes and it is depending upon the atomic number. Now on the left of the periodic table are S block elements, and the S block elements are in 1a and 2a of the periodic table, where the electron enters into the S shell. That is why they are called S block elements. The middle of the periodic table, let's move to the right. The right of the periodic table has P block elements, where the electron enters into the P subshell. The center of the periodic table has D block elements, where again the electron enters the D subshell. And these are F block elements, which are outside the periodic table because they have been given only one place inside the periodic table. See here, lanthanum, atomic number 57, and the next number is given 72. So the elements in between 57 and 72 have been put outside the periodic table. So this we will say is the defect in the periodic table. There are two major defects in the periodic table. Number one, that the position of hydrogen is still not well defined. That is, the position can be here in 1a and it can also be on the right hand side, because so hydrogen can form HCl where it is acting as positive. It can act as NaH where it is moved to the right. Then lanthanides and actinide series, that is these two series, have been not been accommodated in the main periodic table. They have been put outside the periodic table. So these are the defects in the periodic table. Let us look at how we are going to predict the period, group and block of the element on the periodic table. How will I get to know which period it belongs to, which group and which block? So the period is seen from the principal quantum number. Block is seen from the subshell in which the last electron enters. So when we write down the electronic configuration, first we check principal quantum number, which tells us the period. Block is shown by the electron which has gone to the last shell. Then group is different for different. For S block elements, number of valence electrons tell us this. For P block elements, 10 plus valence electrons. And for D block elements, 2 plus number of N minus 1 means less than the last one. N is the last. Before that, penultimate shell which is before the last shell. So look at this example. I've taken atomic number 19. If I write electronic configuration, this is the electronic configuration. If I want to find out the period, it is from the principal quantum number. So principal quantum number is 4. So the period here is 4th period. Then block. The last electron went into the S subshell. So we'll say this is an S block element. Now if I know it is an S block element for group, I should know the number of valence electrons. There is only one valence electron here. So it is present in the first group of the periodic table. If supposing I had taken Z is 35, if I write electronic configuration, this is the electronic configuration. And this again is telling me the 4th period. So it is in the 4th period of the periodic table. Block, last electron went into the P subshell. So it is a P block element. Now for P block element, I must have 10 plus number of valence electrons. So to find the group, I'll say 10 plus number of valence electrons. The valence electrons are electrons in the last shell. The last shell was 4th shell. Total number of electrons is 5 plus 2. So it is 7. Don't take only this. This whole thing is telling you valence electrons. So 5 plus 2, that is 7, is giving you the 17th group of the periodic. Now for atomic number 23, if I write the electronic configuration, it is coming like this. So period is 4th, which is telling me the principal quantum number. Block is D because the last electron was filled here. First we fill 4s, then we fill 3d. So the last electron has gone into the D subshell. So we'll say it is a D block element. To find the group, I'll say 2 plus 3, that is number of penultimate D electrons. That is, this is the last shell, this is the shell before that. So number of electrons present here plus this 2. So 2 plus 3 is 5th group of the periodic table. So this is how we're going to find out and predict where the element in the periodic table is present.